I've been waiting way too long. Yeah, I've been down here trying to get it. Yeah, I've been waiting way too long.
This video is on finding perimeter, circumference, and area. Perimeter is the distance around a figure. Circumference is the distance around a circle. And area is the amount of surface covered by a figure. Here are the formulas for area and perimeter of a square, rectangle, triangle, and circle. The area of a square is the side length to the second power. The perimeter is 4 times the side length. So a square is equilateral and equiangular. So it's got 4 90-degree angles and 4 congruent sides. So if this is S, then the area is going to be S times S, which is S squared. When I'm finding perimeter, I want to add up all of the sides, which is S plus S plus S plus S, which becomes 4S. For a rectangle, the area is length times width, and the perimeter is 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. For a triangle, if the height of the triangle is given, for example, if we know X, then we can find the area of the triangle using base times height divided by 2, or in other words, 1/2 base times height. If you do not know the height, which is the perpendicular line from the base to the opposite vertex of a triangle, then you have to use another formula, and there are many more formulas for finding area of a triangle, but this is the one we're going to focus on right now. If you want to find the perimeter of a triangle, all you do is add up the 3 sides, A plus B plus C. To find the area of a circle, the formula is pi r squared. R is the radius. So if the radius is 5, then it would be pi times 5 squared, which would be 25 pi. It is okay to leave your answer in terms of pi. In fact, that is the exact answer. If you multiply times pi on your calculator, you will be getting an estimate. And if you multiply by 3.14, you will be getting a bad estimate. So I would prefer you to leave your answer in terms of pi unless I tell you otherwise. Circumference is 2 times pi times r, which is the same as pi times diameter, because 2 times the radius is the diameter. Here we have a triangle plotted on a coordinate plane, and so we are going to find the area of this triangle. Remember, area is 1/2 base times height, which can also be written as base times height divided by 2, whichever way you prefer. So the base of this triangle is segment EF, which I can actually just count 1, 2, 3. So the distance from E to F is 3, so that is my base. The height of this triangle is actually out here. Because why? Because that is the perpendicular line from the base. If I were to extend this base out, that is perpendicular from the base to the opposite vertex. And that is 1, 2, 3. So my area is 1/2 of 9, which is 4.5, or 9 over 2. Here's a problem where we are going to apply the formula in order to solve for something else. So in this figure, I have a rectangle. I know it's a rectangle because it's got 4 right angles, and also it's got 2 pair of congruent sides. So these lines, if they match, so this line matches with this line, that means those sides are congruent, and the same with the opposite sides are also congruent. Here's what I know about this rectangle. I know that this side length is 8, and I know that the perimeter is 25. I also know that the perimeter of a rectangle is 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. So I need to use this information in that formula to find the area. Well, in order to find the area, I need both the length and the width. Right now, it appears I just have the length. So I know the perimeter is 25, so I'm going to plug that in for P. I know the length is 8, so I'm going to plug that in for L. I do not know the width, so I'm just going to leave that as W. Now I'm going to solve for W. 25 equals 16 plus 2w. Subtract 16 on both sides. 2w equals 9. Divide by 2. W equals 4.5, which is the same as 9 over 2. Now that I have my width, I can find my area by plugging it into the formula. So the area is 36 inches squared.
I've been waiting way too long. Yeah.